This is Prince Harrison, IFBB and NPC promoter. We're here at the gym at the corner of Midway and Trinity Mills. We want to thank the gym for allowing us to video here and do photo shoots. You've always been very gracious, and we appreciate it. We're here with one of our top athletes in the country, and you go by three names, at least three names.
Sheilahe Brown is my name.
Okay, but she also goes by Miss Diva.
Miss Diva, Cookie.
And one of my favorites, and this is one that the great MC Lonnie Teeper gave you, and that's Downtown Sheilahe Brown.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Lonnie.
Now tell me, when did he give you that name?
Oh my goodness, that had to have been years ago. I don't even know what I was coming on stage, and all of a sudden he just said, and who we have next is Downtown Sheilahe Brown. I'm like, oh, I'm going to use that. And it just stuck. So now everybody calls me that. Lee Thompson calls me that. Some of my dearest friends call me that. So it's kind of, that nickname kind of stuck with it.
So what, just a few years ago?
Are you telling my age?
Oh, no, of course not.
No, it was about 15 years ago. Really?
Gosh, well, you were just a child then.
Oh, he's so kind. Yes, yes. I've been doing it since 1984, so.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'm very happy.
Well, you started when you were a teenager.
Oh, you're so kind. Actually, I'm 48 years old, and I came out of retirement last year after a 10-year sabbatical, and I took the title of the USA Miss Physique in Las Vegas last year, so I have fond memories of that show, so.
And that's also another title too then, IFBB, of course we don't want to forget that, IFBB Pro Sheilahe Brown.
Yes.
So you've done some guest posing since then?
Yes, I've guest posed actually at your show, the Optimum Classic in Shreveport. I've also guest posed at the Lone Star, also your show. And wait a minute, in the heart of Texas, also your show. But I've also guest posed with Ronnie Coleman and Melvin Anthony. I also have a fitness dance group.
That is great. Well, I must say, do you remember the first gig you had with the dance group?
I know you do.
Yes, I do.
Was that the one with the, what was it called?
It was in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
you're right.
That was the first gig, and I set that up.
Oh my gosh, he sets up all my guest posings. So yeah, you the first one that gave me the first chance to even get on stage. I wasn't even pro then. He just gave me the chances to get on stage and be a guest poser without even, you know, checking my credentials, which you probably should have. But so I want to thank you so much for letting me be one of your first guest posers when you came out, because we pretty much started at the same time.
We sure did.
You're also 10.
That's right, exactly.
Right. We're both 10 at the
10
time.
plus 0. So you're a great athlete. I know that you have a large following, and you do and have done posing routines for Ronnie Coleman, Branch Warren,
Johnny Jackson. Actually, I've posed with Melvin Anthony, but I've helped pose Betty Pariso and Vicky Gates, and wow, just I can't even think. If I left somebody out, I'm sorry, but yeah, just so many people. Michelle Beck and Carla Sizemore and new pro Kevin P-Rod, and I mean, that's from Texas only. So Susan Matheson in California, she just went pro the Team Universe, women's physique. So it pretty much goes on from there.
Yes, and one of the things that really impressed me about many of your clients is, and I saw this at the Arnold, had the opportunity to sit in the judges booth at the Arnold earlier this year, and when Branch Warren won, he thanked you for doing his routine.
That's my boy. I've known him since he was a teenager, actually, like 17, 18 years old. So he's dear to my heart. And so he gave me the opportunity to be his posing coach. And I think I was his, I think Marvin Meinstein was his first posing coach, and then I came on later. And but yeah, this year was a very emotional year because of as you know, he tore his quad last year, so he had to sit out the Olympia. So yes, but he always takes good care of me, and he always kind of gives me my props. So
yes, I've noticed that.
Family.
I want to give kudos also to Marvin Meinstein. We lost him earlier this year, right at the beginning of the year, and he was
the posing coach guru.
Right, the posing coach guru, yes. And very slim. But anyway, I know. But no, Marvin and I are very good friends, and people that know him know that he was not a slim guy, but he was a very good person.
Yes, he was.
And he would be
The hot box.
He's probably laughing somewhere not now,
Yes.
wherever he is. And
Hello, Marvin. Go listen to Prince.
but he and I were good friends and business partners. But I know I miss him a lot. I'm sure other people do too.
I do too. He was a great guy.
He really was. But that's the amazing thing about him. He was a big guy, but he can move very stealthily.
Oh my gosh,
It's amazing.
Pose, Mark Hanlon. I saw a picture of Mark Hanlon, Branch, and Brian Dobson, and he says, "No, it's like this." And that big boy just started just moving. I'm like, "Wow, where'd all that come from? All that junk in the trunk." He was getting down.
He was getting down, exactly.
yes.
In fact, we have a video on our channel, the Optimum Fitness channel, that shows him posing a young man, and the young man just finally gets out of the way.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie.
But tell me, I'm sure our audience wants to know what your plans are.
Well, my plan is to take Branch to the Olympia, get Trish Warren ready to come back after a baby, and I'm thinking about doing a show maybe next year, think about the New York Pro.
Oh, great. That's a very good show. And is there anything you wanted to say before we wrap this up?
First of all, I want to thank everyone for being with me from 1984 to now. I want to give kudos out to Lee Thompson and Greg Corriere. And first of all, thank God, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't even be here. So, but Lee, my mom and dad, Greg Corriere, you, Prince, Superman, he's my mentor. Vicky, Dre, it is Trish, Branch, Johnny, everybody. Stroud's Gym, Jesse James Fit, Brett Buckles, and the list goes on. And you don't know how many people you have on your team until you get that pro card and the calls come in. And these are people that have been with me for years, and they're dear to my heart. So I want to thank, everyone, for even my competitors, even my clients who kind of stood by me while I got ready for a show. So they were very patient too,
Well, that's one of the things I'm really glad you said that, because
Leah Wilson, she is like one of my head nutritionists. Thank you so much, Leah, because she travels with me on all my trips.
Oh yeah, she's a great lady, great lady. The thing of it is, a lot of people will see bodybuilding, physique, these sports as being not being a team sport, and one of the it's really important. It really is important to note that this is a team sport, and the people that Sheila just named, those are part of her team, and people that are successful will find out that to be a successful athlete in almost any sport, but especially this sport, you have to have a team behind you.
That's true. And speaking of that, when I was in Vegas by myself for a couple of days, Jen Cook flew from Dallas to Vegas to take care of me for one day until Leah got there. That's teamwork. Flew in there to take care of me, and then she went back home. So thank you, Jen.
That's what I'm talking about. That this is she has a great team behind her, and
I'm just kidding.
but the bottom line is, when it comes down to it, it's left up to each individual as to how they manage that, who they attract, and their dedication. And obviously, it's paid off for you, and I'm sure it'll pay off even more in the future.
It will. And I just want to tell the competitors, I don't care if you've been competing for 1 year or 28 years. It's so blissful when you actually get it. So, don't give up, just stay with it and listen to your trainers and to your coaches, and, just sit in the cut until it's your time. When it's your time, you'll get it. And it's just as sweet, however long you wait. So, thank you.
Well, this is Prince Harrison for Sheila Brown.
Downtown Sheila Brown.
Stay tuned to the Optimum Fitness channel. Thank you.